Good morning, guys. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching, and I am here to introduce a very exciting algo, talk about it, show how it's executed from Wednesday to Friday of last week, and how it'll improve our performance as a team on Team TnP. So let's jump into it. So on the left, the exciting thing is we now have the arrows for the 15 tick and the 24. So I'm going to say right away, what I'm going to do is start basic, and then this will be a series of trades that we'll go through. So the first thing I want to focus on is the arrows on the pink bars to the long side only. Right, so pink bars to long side only. Everyone in the room knows how I feel about shorts. Not against them, they're just harder to execute on a regular basis. So let's start on Wednesday, get a trade count of winners and losers, and kind of go from there, if that's all right with everybody. And I think it will be. So let's get started, and we will go from there. So we're going to go with winners, losers, and trade count. Okay, so I've got that written down, and we're going to start right about 8:30, and we'll look at both charts, right? The 15 and the 24. So the 15 is on the right, 24 is on the left, and we're going to go right out of the gate because why not? Okay. So obviously in the first half hour, regular disclaimer, there's more losses in the first half hour than there are at other times of the day, simply due to the speed, the ability to actually get the trade, etc., etc., etc. And we're only focused on the long side here. So let's start the count. So we have, this would be, I'm going to at least give it till 8:36. So this would be trade one, right? And you'll notice the arrows up on the pink bars is what we're focused on at first, and then I'll get more complex as we go through these videos. Okay. Number two. So obviously those were extremely profitable right out of the gate. And then in that same period, you'll notice that we didn't have any arrows up on a pink bar on the 15. Okay, we had arrows up, but none on a pink bar. Okay, so you will see over here on the turn when we got up to 9:30. So we are looking for our next set of arrows up. This is supposed to stay somewhat in sync, and you'll see we had the turn right here. Okay, which correlated with this right there. So you'll see it copies over the chart. So far we have 1, 2, 3 trades on Wednesday on the 24 tick and 1 on the 15 tick. I want to go back and make sure that I have that correct. I stay corrected. 2. Okay, so see how this is not coming out of the fourth channel? So that's your loser right there on the 15 tick. This didn't have a pink bar on it. So 1 loser, 1. Again, I wouldn't take any of these into the top of the channel. Yeah, I know they work. We can discuss the aggressive side of that trade later. And then right there. So in my count, because I'm not going to take what's in the top of the channel, you're by 9:30, you're 3 for 3 on the 24, and you are 2 for 3 on the 15. Okay, again, not counting any of these that were profitable in the top of the channel because I just wouldn't trade there. So not a big deal for me. And yes, these are more effective after we go supernova. Side note, right? By the way, this is valid as well if it comes in the bottom of the channel. Pink bar, arrow up. Okay. So as you're looking to the right, again, I'm going to count this as this was a loser. This one that came off the fourth channel on the 15. I probably would not have taken them on the 24. I'm really focused on the bottom of the channel. But you can see what you're seeing is consistent extensions off those red arrows, right? And so there'll be a big focus on that this week. So this will, important note for team members, the apex traps into the, if you get a red arrow up with a pink bar and then you get an apex trap, super high odds for extension. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this relatively as short as possible because I think I'm getting my idea across pretty quickly. Again, red arrow, pink bar, red arrow, pink bar. And you'll see the value of this is sometimes it'll show up on the 15 without showing up on the 24. Sometimes it shows up on the 24 without showing up on the 15, right? So we'll just keep going through there. Again, as long as it's not on the very top of the channel, especially once you're supernova, it's fine by me. Top of the channel, I would not take that. Definitely would take this, and if this apex traps, I would definitely take that trade. Wouldn't take any of this in the top of the channel on the 24. This is your first loser on the 24 there, 1245, which is fine. That's the conservative way is a 2-bar stop to make sure you stay in the trade. Obviously, some of these trades just lift straight off on 1 bar. Here's your loser on Wednesday. I forget if that was a Fed day or not. Doesn't much matter. And again, I'm just looking for a red arrow up as I go along. I get none of them over here. All the way in the top of the channel, I would not have taken that. That's valid right there. And also an apex trap, so double valid on the 24 there for the long. And that was right at the end of the day. No one would have taken it. So that's Wednesday. Let's go into Thursday. Thursday was particularly ugly in the first 30 minutes, right? So we'll go look. And here we are at 8:47 a.m., which is, I'm on Central Time. That's right when the market opens. So 1. That was obviously profitable on the 15. This is 2 right here. That's valid entry, right? And you see that extended quite a bit. You kind of had to hold your breath to get the extension, but you certainly got it. And then as you see, as we extend over, this is your next entry right there. Clearly traded profitability. Your top was at was 66 to 90, so about 30 points on the 24 tick. If you took this, you had to be relatively quick. The apex trap on this worked really nicely here, right at 9 o'clock. Here's your next trade again. If I recall correctly, it was really fast on Friday morning. And as members will know in the room, these print in real time and they do not erase, importantly. They do not erase after they print, for better or for worse. But there's no like, oh, there's a signal and the signal's gone. Again, here on the 24, you had to be pretty quick to get that off, but you still have an extension, even up here. First of all, you should have been in the trade right here on the apex trap, but even with which would have given you an extension from 60 to 83. So still a profitable trade. To put down New York lunch, we generally wouldn't be trading that until after we get out of New York lunch. You can see here we've gone supernova, no signal off the bottom on either one at 11:49, but you do get your signal right here for, again, that's a beautiful push up. That's 54 to 99, so about $1,000 a contract right there. And again, right here, 1402. No trade here because we're focused on the triangle up with the pink bar. And then this is at the close. Obviously, if you took it, you got smashed there. So, but again, that's the last couple of minutes of the day. So let's move on to Friday and do the last part of the trade. So here's Friday. Let's get over to 8 a.m. and here's 8:30 in the morning, right? So maybe it was Friday morning where it was just mega fast. But here's trade one. I can tell you that went off so quick you probably got stopped on it on the 24 tick. Um, uh, to add to the mix, by the way, star followed by arrow up, very powerful as well. I'll cover that in a little bit. But here you see, this is Friday morning. It was really quick. This is actually stop one, stop two, and trade three finally paid you. But it was stop again. Trading in the first half hour, everyone knows and assumes that, I assume everyone knows the risk. I'm very clear about it. In all my videos, the first half hour is hard to trade. Here's the first trade on the 15 right there. Again, I am focused on the pink. Trade one. Again, if you get a trade and you get an apex trap on this, on the pink bars. So here's the pink bar, apex trap, huge extension. Again, another trap on the same combo, huge extension. And we're not even plugging in the idea of the blue dots just yet into this charting package, right? So we'll have to put all the pieces together. Again, pink bar up on the 24 paid you very nicely. Pink bar up paid you very nicely. That first, again, that first really 10 to 15 minutes can be super dangerous. It's always so attractive because if you get it right, you can pull a huge trade off of that. But if you get it wrong, yeah. And you got to remember, we still want to put in the locations, right? So on the 24, this, if you took this, it wasn't off the fourth channel. You'll notice when I'm coming off the fourth channel, that's the highest odds, or in supernova, right? So again, if you took this, you got stopped there. That's about 9:44 in the morning. You had to have an idea of what you were, where you are in the chart, what kind of day we were on, obviously. But you're looking for like that, clearly profitable. Um, I got stopped, then it apex traps and swings out to a profit over here to the right. Again, this gets stopped, apex traps. So let me talk about that for a second. The apex traps are mega powerful on that, right? If I was going to delineate it, the way I would delineate it is I would put apex trap first, and then I would put the regular setup second in terms of priority. The reason for that is the apex trap is so super powerful on that trade. If I had to choose one or the other, I would choose the apex trap. However, since most people are going to want to trigger off the signal, that's my guess. What I would do is just mentally be prepared to get stopped on the trade and come right back in on the apex trap. Again, you'll notice this is all structured. Again, I released this exact video to my members in the room so they know this won't reprint, right? So this is, again, a great example of where you're getting arrow up. And you'll want to distinguish between supernova and not in supernova, right? So arrow up, stopped out, up and lift. Working on it. Arrow up and lift. Again, the 15's on the right, 24's on the left. Again, pink bar up. Just, and you guys, you already know how to get the bigger extensions. Like, for example, this right here, it's a retest of that blue bar. This right here, a retest of that blue bar. So if I copy those over from chart number 2, right, so you'll see when you look at that sequence. So again, I'm not going to explain the blue bar. The guys in the room know what I'm talking about. That arrow up off that blue bar over here on the retest, again, just a beautiful spring to the upside there. That was also an apex trap. And then it comes down and tests the lower one right there on Friday afternoon. So this is another way to capture that trade I caught off the star, arrow up, pink bar, retesting the blue bar there to the left, guys. That was the one we pulled 50 points. I have that recorded. That was just straightforward. Um, so people are going to ask me, hey, do I stop it on one bar or do I stop it on two bars? I'm going to go with a more conservative answer and use the 2-bar stop. If you think you want to use one bar, that's fine. Getting these arrows set up for the 15 tick is just huge, in my opinion. So that's really, really cool. And we'll just roll from there. But that is the gist of the red arrow. So the next thing you'll see is the white arrow. So I'll have this, by the way, hopefully ready for distribution either tonight or tomorrow evening. One of the two. I'll get it done. It's just mega super powerful. It does work on the shorts. Everyone knows my feelings on the shorts. I think people do better when they focus on the potentials, extensions, both ways. Um, on potential extensions to the long side. Sorry, still 6 in the morning. I'm only on 1 cup of coffee. So that's video number 1, right? I will get this out to the team. This will be distributed between Sunday and Monday. Got a baseball game to go to tonight, so probably Monday. And then we will work on developing the arrows for the ES chart. I'll be working with that with Bill. Guys, the team's doing awesome. I'm hearing so many great stories about how much money people are making. Nico last week, relatively new member to the team, qualified 3 accounts, 2 with Apex, 1 with Top Step Trader. Um, um, Tasia doing great. He mentioned he had a down day on Friday. He was a little over aggressive in that first half hour, but other than that, he was telling his last 3 weeks have been the best 3 weeks he's ever had, in both in terms of consistency and dollars. Etta telling me she's doing great. Um, Ronnie telling me he's doing great. Just trader after trader coming in and telling me, hey, I'm really executing the process. I'm really staying focused on process and really getting paid. I'm super, super excited about it. Super excited about it. And I can't tell you, um, I, I can't tell you how big in development that algo is. And so, at any rate, it should be making a lot of money for us. If you want to visit the room, membership to the room is $300, and it includes one of the benefits of membership is you get the algo on your desktop if you have Sierra Chart. So $300 a month for membership. It includes the algo on your desktop, and we have 1 space right now, maybe 2. So, anyways, have a great day, guys. Sunday morning. Can't wait for Tuesday and the market to open. Talk to you all later.